Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today we're gonna review Ozark season 2 episodes 1 through 5. I figured, I gave a Ozark summary of the whole first season, and I figured when reviewing this series, I do it from episodes 1 through 5, and then from 6 to 10. So let's dig into it. So you got it's picking up pretty much from uh, where it left off from last season. So in this season, you have Ruth Langmore, who is she was in season 1. She was a young lady who stumbled upon Marty's cash, and then she had an uncle, and the uncle was mixed up, had sons, and he was mixed up with a federal agent, and they had a relationship. He had a relationship with the federal agent. Nevertheless, Ruth, she rigged the doc and had killed the uncles. And so now her father, who was in jail, her father um, is up for parole. So she's inside of the parole hearing, pretty much giving her spiel, saying that with the death of her uncles, she got to raise these two boys on her own. She needs some assistance. So with her testimony, helped her father to get out of jail. So from the gate, the father pretty much he's looking at it like, yo, I know my brothers, they ain't go out like that. What happened to them? So she confessed to her father that she killed her uncles and told them why she killed them. And basically they was tripping, and the one uncle was a rat. So from there, that's how her storyline starts off. Then you have Marty and Wendy with the snails who killed the drug cartel from season 1. Now you have the representation of the drug cartel coming down to see what's up. So as they're coming down, they're saying to Marty, well, have you seen the drug cartel member? And Marty says, nah, I thought he would be with you. And then she said, well, the last time we had any trace of him, he was in Chicago. So Marty was like, nah, so then what we supposed to do here? So they basically saying business as usual. Marty's big plan in this first half of the season is trying to get a casino established. By getting a casino established, of course, that's a big money laundering pot that they can all fulfill all their financial gains from. So from there, you had Marty with the representation woman who came down, and she is meeting up with the snails. The snails are the people who killed the drug cartel, and they provide the heroin because they got a poppy field seed in their on their acres of land. So from there, you have the representation from the cartel. She doesn't really feel what Marty and them is saying. She has her suspicion. So she goes to a gas station. I don't know how this random gas station, and they ask for the hard drive. The guy at the gas station pretty much blew her off. So she said, I wish you didn't do that. And she shot off her money at first, but he just blew her off. Then her cartel member came and killed him and took the hard drive. On the hard drive, they found that the person who used the card of the guy wasn't the person who it was supposed to be. So that triggered them to double back. They wanted to link up with Marty and them. She pretty much told Marty and them, don't lie, you know. Before I go back to the people who I represent, you need to rectify the situation. So from there, she told them, Marty came clean, told her what happened. So we got to rectify the situation. So at this point, Marty goes back to the Snells, basically saying, hey man, she know what's up. They're not dumb. They found out that the person who used the card wasn't the exact person. So from there, the dude that did use it, the head Snell, he hit the guy in the head and he stabbed him. So the wife felt bad, like, no, you didn't have to do that to him, not him. That, you know, he was a good guy or whatever. So from there they said, well, basically an eye for an eye. We lost a man, you lost a man. So from there, it with the town, you have to get approval. So there's they have to infiltrate and get to know the politicians to get this approval. So they infiltrate, they start giving donation money to certain pots, and you know, there's a main person that's running for whatever named Wilkes, and Charlie Wilkes, and he's Wendy infiltrates him. You know, she used to be in politicians from season 1, so that's her angle, and she knows a lot about politics. So she uses that angle to get in good with him, so they can infiltrate to get this casino built. So they pretty much wiggle their way around to get this casino built. And there's one guy who's standoffish, so a guy stepped in, told him like, yo, we don't need you stopping this flow, so just leave, and if your vote is not counted for, they'll move on without you. So that's what happened. And so this guy really, he doesn't stand for corruption. He really straight shooter. However, he has a history of depression and stuff like that. So no one never knew that. So he couldn't deal with that. He really had to step back and sit aside while all this was going on. So he killed himself or whatever. So, you know, his wife was distraught. She wanted to set up a lawsuit against Wilkes because she felt he pressured her husband. So Wendy stepped in and said to her, like, pretty much, you know, your husband is, you know, dealt with depression and he really did this on his own. What we're going to do, and hit the name of him, we're willing to start a foundation in his name. We're going to donate $1 million. So the wife pretty much like, y'all great buy me off. And she's like, well, yeah, you know, but, you know. So the wife follows suit. So, you know, we're in the course of that. You have the FBI agent from part 1, the woman who owned one of the money laundering bars who Marty had. She bounced at the end of season 1 and took off with like $300,000 of Marty's money. She resurfaced where she was just out getting high, and she crashed the car when they found her. She pretty much just was high on pills and cocaine and had $200,000 left in the back of her car. So she was a real mess. But the FBI agent, excuse me, from part 1, pressed her and basically told her she gonna go down. He knows Marty's laundering for her, and he needs her to get information. So now Marty has been looking out for her, reaching out to her since the beginning of the season. She never responded. She just kept pushing. Now all of a sudden, what the FBI agent did, they put a hold on Marty's businesses, and one of the businesses, they needed her to sign off on something. And so Marty needed her. So when she popped back up out of nowhere, Marty needed her because she's still the sole business owner. So a lot of twists and turns is happening. Trying to get all the key points. The son, The son is smart as heck, man. The son is paying attention. The sister, she's a teenager, older, so she just trying to live a teenage life, smoking weed, doing dumb stuff. So what she did was she took $10,000 and she hid it, and she took 5,000 where she just was keeping and pinching off, and she gave the other 5 to the brother, the little brother. But the little brother has been, even in season 1, he was always on the computer, very bright kid, paying attention to everything. So in this season, he's still paying attention. So he takes the money that she gave him, and he took and got the documents offline, created an account or whatever, and had the person at the bank play like his, when the bank officer called his mom, it was really his sister playing like she was the mom, and he opened an account and another name. He had a bogus name from the fake passports they had, and he got in there and he got his own bank account. He put his money in the bank so it could grow interest. So he's on a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? Plus, where they at is like deep in the South, and where he come from, like, I guess this faster pace and the education level is higher. So where he's at, his education is far more, for his grade level, is far more advanced than the grade level that he's at. So he pretty much is bored all day in school because he's so far more advanced. So the kids, he didn't built his own little network where he does the kids' papers and stuff like that and gives them a grade accordingly to. And so one of the kids was like, man, I got to be on that. He like, pretty much that's what you got to get, because if all of a sudden you've been getting bad grades all this time, all of a sudden now you're getting A's, it's going to set off an alarm. So you'll get B's, you know what I'm saying? Then he collect the money or whatever. So little kid he's on one. So he's, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be interesting to see what he pans out and do. So the FBI agent, he's pressing a woman. He's pressing the woman to get Marty to the woman by the name is Rachel. He's pressing Rachel to wear the wire so she get Marty on tape talking about all the stuff that he's into. However, it's just coincidental. They're not really saying too much on camera. Wendy is very suspect. Rachel is off. The daughter's pressing her. So everybody's seeing the suspect. Everything is off except Marty. He's a bad judge of character. He want to help everybody. He thinks everybody's good, or it's a common median with everything. So it comes down to FBI agent. He thought he had him, so he pressed him. It's like, yo, we're going to go in. We're going to seize all of his documents, anything inside the house. So nothing was inside the house. They pressed him. He called his lawyer, and it ended up being a woman. She's actually an attorney, and the FBI agent knows that she's an attorney for the cartel. So he like, yo, I already know what's up. So, it's getting interesting, you know what I'm saying? Marty has been, the cartel thinks that Ruth might dime him out, so they press Ruth and they gagged her with water, thinking, hoping that she'll turn over information that she was snitching, but she didn't snitch. She held on to it. So it's gonna be interesting how the episodes 6 through 10 transpire. That in a nutshell, the old guy from part 1 that they were staying with, he passed away. The Snells, because the FBI agency was on to everybody, they told the Snells, you need to get rid of the poppy field, and they like, nah, and they like, yo, you need to get rid of this poppy field. So the cartel is like, yo, if they come here and find this poppy field, everything gonna be done. That casino it's gonna be a wrap for that casino. So what they go, and the old dude from part 1, he been sick since part 1. He got more sick in this one, so he gravely sick now, but he's still trying to push on. So he thought like his last bon voyage before he passed away he just burnt the whole poppy field, and um, he passed away after that. So other than that, you know what I'm saying, it's golf to a good season so far. So that's a recap from episodes 1 to 6. I mean 1 to 5. It's pretty much giving you everything in a nutshell, not detail for detail, but everything in a nutshell. That's like a summary. Subscribe and like, share the video. Stay tuned to the next video, part 2 of this one, that will basically going off of episodes 6 through 10. You know what I'm saying? To the next time, stay tuned.